Hello, everybody. This is Maniac 4Bricks, and I basically just woke up. I got a bunch of news thrusted in my face, and I was gonna make a community post about it, but I know it's gonna be too long to read. So here we go. We're gonna try something new. It's not new for everybody. It's just something that I haven't tried myself yet. Um, I may still sound groggy. Sorry. Um, doing the news thoughts thing live. I know, Jangbricks did it. I know. I'm probably not doing it the same way or the same quality. It's fine. All right, so a lot of the news that has come out about summer releases for Lego sets and different themes have all come out. I've seen a lot of them through Instagram, people posting them or sharing them to group chats to me. And it's kind of hard to read on Instagram because it's smaller, it's on a phone, but also the fact that each of the images are from a spinning around like view, 360-degree view of the set, like a digital render of it. And even then, it's small. So when you take a screenshot of it, it's not even filling the whole phone page, it's not filling the whole app page. So that just makes me think. Let's try that again. Okay, so I don't even know if you heard it. Welcome, Oliver, to the stream. Um, just clicked when I saw it and first like. Awesome. Dedicated fan right here. Hashtag is that Joey Sega coming right in. I don't even know if you guys even heard the clip I was trying to play, but oh wow, let's do a live stream. Let's just roll the live stream all day long. Um, I don't even know if you guys got to hear the clip, but I was trying to play a clip from King of the Hill. Um, in how I feel about all these images that are low resolution and just screenshots from a spinning image. That just like, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? So yeah, it's weird, but people will take what they want. People will take what they get, and I will too. So I'm going to start things off with Hidden Side. That's what the namesake, the title. That's what really motivated me to do this live stream was. We can live stream this. We can live stream with live stream. No, believe me, I've already had the idea of doing a live stream, calling it the pre-live stream, and then doing a live stream as the main live stream, and then having a live stream as the post live stream, just to break everybody's brains. So, welcome everybody, and we're gonna get the show on the road if there is a show to be had on the road. So right now on the screen, you should be seeing Just Too Good put this out sometime today. I don't know when, but it was the first thing that came up literally when I woke up. And there's apparently 5 different sets in the Hidden Side Summer Wave, but only 3 of them have shown so far as this roundabout image. And honestly, it's kind of cool getting the roundabout images, but it's also, like I said, low resolution, so it's kind of hard to even understand everything that's there. So a screenshot or a still frame like this kind of helps. Let me just mute the video. The first one here is JB Submarine. Hopefully you're seeing everything on frame. The first one here is JB Submarine, which is going to retail for $20 in the US. And it seems all right. It seems like a smaller version of the shipwreck that we got in the first wave because of the layout of the background, how you have the vehicle that attaches on there for the app feature, but you can also detach it and play around with it on its own thing. And to that seems all right. That seems like a oh, sorry, I just saw a couple more people Livestreamception is real. So this set seems decent for $20, and I'm sure it has. I can already see by what's here. Let me see if I can full screen, enhance zoom. If you're taking this stream seriously, I don't know what you're doing, and if you're expecting the best out of me, don't. Lego Productions, welcome to the stream, and my brain is fried. My brain is already fried. That was after sleeping. So here's what I'm seeing from this as far as what you're getting. You got this flap over here. That's definitely going to have some color behind it that you can use to use in the app. I haven't played that much of the app, unfortunately, up to this point. So I still need to do a bit more, learning about that. But just being aware of how the sets are constructed. Let's see. You have this spinning thing, which is in almost every set, and I'm not saying I'm sick of it. It's honestly their cheapest way of adding those app features. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but just seeing that literally every set, I have to look more. I love Hidden Side. You guys know this. I have every Hidden Side set up to this point that isn't a polybag. But I don't know a lot of the story. And I know I've been watching some of the animations, but I feel like there's more that either isn't explained or isn't in the same media explained. Like this thing feels like a kind of ghost trap device, like something reminiscent of Ghostbusters, but I don't know for sure. Like that would perfectly explain why it's in so many Lego sets as in the story of it. I don't know. If there is an actual explanation for this, I'd be happy to know at some point. The interesting thing about this is that while it takes place underwater, you have a lot of black and azure in this middle area. So it leads me to believe it's not just underwater, but it's also underwater in the Hidden Side. Like the last wave, or the wave that came out in early 2020, had a Welcome to Hidden Side set. That's basically on the opposite plane of existence where all these ghosts thrive. So that's pretty cool. I actually do like that idea that it's more than just an underwater scene that actually does have a little more breath to it. Bionicle Forever, welcome to the screen. The stream. Welcome to the screen. Because I'm just showing a screenshot right now. This part definitely flaps down. It's a technique used several times. I think they even used it over here. So that works. But again, another flap, another thing to unveil. The one thing that really makes me curious is right here in the middle. These are tiles, if I'm understanding correctly, and they're separate tiles. So this part and I think I even see it here. This part has a hinge on it, so this actually opens up to something. I don't know if this part on the top actually leans back to open it, but there's definitely more than meets the eye in this area right here with these blue leaves. And I'm curious about that. Again, I don't know if it's an app feature or if it's a play feature, because those are two different things, it could be one as the other, but I'm like, well, you're only going to get more out of it if you use it with the app. The submarine itself seems okay. I mean, for a $20 set, having it not just being the submarine seems all right. Also, it's going to be a little slow on the footage because I'm trying to stream while showing it. I'm just backing it up a bit on the Just Too Good video to try to get a better view of the submarine around. I think this is supposed to be like a statue that's possessed. I think that's the implication there. This figure looks pretty cool. He has like this Western vibe to him all the way around. I like that. Purple head is cool. Sand blue shark is pretty neat. Could be a ghost shark. Okay, yeah. Can I back it up more? Yeah, I'm not really getting another view from here with the other side of the submarine. I'm sure there's other things on the submarine that will pop out, maybe not necessarily move. We've seen a lot of Lego submarines from Lego, and I am a connoisseur of sorts when it comes to Lego divers. So you know that when I talk about the submarine, I know my stuff. This submarine, while it's cute being small, is not really that functional. It's a big orb. These little arms on the side are good. They're good to have on a submarine, but are they really doing anything? Not really. There's nothing really behind this, from what I can see in this angle, that makes it movable. It just looks like they're made to just be straightforward, and that's always a bummer for me, because submarines in Lego are hit and miss on that, which I think is a crucial feature. You know, it's like, okay, you should have something that you could grab the objects and move around and investigate it. It's kind of, that's why the submarine is there. Looks kind of small. Yeah, I agree. It's probably just enough room to fit one figure and nothing else. I don't know what to make of the back of it. I do like the colors. I think it is very neat on the color scheme of it, that it's not just a yellowish color. Hey, if you want to get the Shrimp Shack, go for it. It's a good set. It's a very good set. Don't let my stream stop you from going out to get that. All right, so yeah, it's gonna basically do this in slow motion because of the stream. So I'm just gonna wait until it gets to the next set. So for $20 as a whole, it's not too bad, but I feel like there could have been a little more with it. And I am very curious about the middle section. So this next one is at $40. This is the Newbury Abandoned Prison, if I remember correctly. And this one, this looks decent. This is like surprisingly decent for $40. I thought this was going to be like $50. And I think even Just Too Good said in his video that he wished that it was a more expensive set so you can get more out of it. I think this is okay for what it is, personally. I think this does a very good job. I love the color. Let me just start things out. It's not just gray. It's not just dark gray or light gray. It's got a lot of other things going on with it that really give some life to it. And, even for something abandoned. You got all this olive green. I can't tell you how much I miss olive green as a color. Like, it was big with Shima, and around that time, Lord of the Rings, other themes around that time had olive green. I didn't get that many, and I actually really like it as a color just to break up more stuff. You got some olive green in here. You've got like this dark burnt orange. I don't know the proper name for it. Those are great. The dark tan, good to have in here, I think those colors all work together very, very well. So we got this little spinny thing again. Second verse, same as the first. It does the job the same way as the other ones do, so nothing much to say there. Reminds me of the subway station in terms of size. This is actually a bit bigger than the subway station, which is pretty good for $40, which that one I think was 30, 40. It was pretty close to that. So just a little bit more. AWM Lego Films, welcome to the stream. I do like the sliding doors here for the prison cells. This is from Ninjago, if I remember correctly. This large safe door kind of thing, the cell door. That's from Ninjago. Those big arcade packs have this as the back piece. So I'm glad that they have. I mean, Lego manufactures new molds all the time, and every year there's going to be a lot of stuff more superfluous than needs to be. But I like when they actually use it somewhere else. It's like, okay, we're going to make this big thing, but we're not going to make it just as one-time use. We need to try it other ways for inspiration, for getting bang out of the bucks. It's big bucks to make those kinds of parts, from what I've understood. The basketball hoop is cool here. A nice use of the small ring. It's not a full basketball. It's just a Technic ball joint. Silver, I believe, has been used for an airplane roofing. Oh, I missed that. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about that one. Assortment of figures. I think Just Too Good pointed out in his video, that's where I heard it, that this is basically a self-insert. I love it. I love that this minifigure is supposed to represent Tooth Dominoes, who is one of the designers for Hidden Side sets. That's awesome. That really is awesome. I mean, I'd like to make Tooth Dominoes sig fig already, and I have most of the parts. I might have one or two I still need to find. I'm not sure. But this is cool on its own, to have it straight up in the set. You got, I don't know if he's supposed to be a warden or just an officer, like a security guard. Could definitely just be a security guard. The designer wanted an official sig fig. Yeah, there you go. That's a good question if that's ever happened before, because I'm not sure if they did. I mean, there's definitely plenty of times where a designer is referenced in a Lego set. I mean, any Lego City set, the initials on the license plates are often the set designer's label, the set designer's initials. Collectible minifigures. A lot of minifigures in there have either a letter or name attached to the printing that is based on the designer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about a whole figure though, but that's cool. That's fine. Is he holding a maraca? What is he holding there? Maybe it's a torch. I don't know. Can't tell. El Fuego, nice to see you again. And another variant of Jack, but it's basically other parts, different combination of parts. But yeah, as the structure itself, I'm impressed with it. For $40, that's pretty decent. That's like, this has got to be more than 400 pieces. I don't really mind about this not being a full basketball hoop or anything like that. I'll let Just Too Good do his slow zooms in about the Tooth Dominoes fig. That's what he's referring here. I don't know what's on his torso. I'm not sure what that is. Is that his own, like, is that supposed to be a Tooth Domino, like, insignia? So, breaking it down here. Oh. Yeah. If you're expecting quality, you should head elsewhere, because I'm not that kind of guy. Not, unfortunately. All right, so this first half, this first wing, blah. There's nothing in here. I mean, here's the problem. When it comes to a Lego set that has a building, and you have to, have these different, you have to have enough rooms that make it look lively. It looks like something you could actually explore and interact with. I get that they would cut corners on the decoration in there, because this room itself, you have very little room for a figure, and it's a prison cell. You're really not going to have a lot of stuff in there anyways, but we got to have our frog. I do like this top portion of just more monsterifying it, because most Hidden Side sets do that still. That's fine. You even see a little bit of it here through the front entrance, but yeah, this part and on this tower, they both pop down to create some claws, so that's not bad, and that kind of does reach into here, so that could work. I wonder if the basketball hoop can actually fit a true basketball piece through it. I don't know of any. I don't own any of those ring parts. I've had those rings, and from what I can tell, they're too small. But I could try it again. I'm trying to think, because I know I have them in a few sets. I forget which ones they're in, but I don't think it does, or it might be very close. So I'll try that. The quote-unquote basketball that they include in there can fit in there, because it's smaller. It's a Technic ball. But a regular basketball, I'll get back to you on that. You know what? I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write this down separately so I don't forget. To let you know. I don't know how else I can tell you through if it's not through a YouTube video. Just gonna write that. Got it. Okay. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that. So now we look at the middle section here. This has a couple of teeth around it. That's fine. That's standard fare for hidden side modification. I'm fine with that. If you didn't want that and just wanted to keep them more as just a prison area that's easy to remove, it's Lego. Modifying is easier than you think. Jaina, I will get to the fire truck in just a bit. You don't have to go out of your way. No problem. I'm okay with that. So there's a safe here. I don't know what's intended to be in there, if anything. There's something on this corner. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is that toilet paper? It's lavender. That's why I'm like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But there is a toilet in here. Again, kind of small space, not much to do. Enough room for figures, but that's about it. And then looking at the third... come on. The fading. I don't even remember what he... I don't even remember what he mentioned here about the haunted high school. So, this area, it's just a bed. Okay. I do understand what Just Too Good was saying about this being a facade. There's nothing really inside to work with and play with. Totally understand that. But yeah, it could have used more. I was actually thinking for the submarine set. I forgot to mention it before. It would be cool if there was more than just a sand blue shark as just like a ghost shark, like having a brick built animal of sorts, a crab, like a small octopus or something that could make it more, ghostly. Because a lot of the ghost imagery that's in the hidden side, box art and from the app are really impressive. And they're almost never made the same way in the Lego form in the sets. Actually, I don't think they ever were. So I don't know. I would like to see something like that. It would also give me a bit of Atlantis or Aqua Raiders vibe, because in those sets they had a lot of enlarged mutant, ancient, sea life. So yeah, same feature here. It's still got a little walkway or thing up here. There's a little walkway down there, but I was like, okay, only does so much. So yeah, I don't remember what he was talking about here. I think Just Too Good was comparing it because it's like the haunted high school was a 2-in-1 kind of thing. It wasn't a facade. You actually did have interior to play with, as much as you had on the exterior. I'd say arguably a little bit more. And that this one doesn't have it as much. So it's like, oh well. I have no idea what the stickers say, if they have any sort of references in them. So that is what it is. And then we move on to the fire truck, which is $70. Yikes. I don't remember the school bus being that much in comparison. A lot of the pieces in inside are just thrown in to add colors, so the lavender piece could probably just be for the app to recognize. That is true. This is a very good point. I didn't actually touch upon that the way I did in the submarine set. But that's a good point. The transparent octopus would have been awesome. I don't think they would make transparent sharks because Lego doesn't like connecting transparent pieces to transparent pieces, in this case, jaw and body. That is a good point. What would be cool is if they did a glow-in-the-dark octopus like they did back in Agent in 2008 or 9, somewhere around then. That glow-in-the-dark octopus is mad expensive and something I would really like to get because I do have the rest of that set, except for the octopus. It's great, but it's crazy expensive. So what I'm looking at here, this is $70. Yikes. I feel like this might be overdoing it. This might be beefing it too hard. Because decent fire truck, That's not bad. Even if it is a repeat of a fire truck, yada yada, just too good from what I've known. I agree with his opinion on things when it's the same concept redone, like, just reproduced. But here's the thing about them. There can be variants to the same concept, and sometimes it's better than the first time. Even when he did the CMF ranking video and like went through all the CMF series, he docked almost every time when there was a repeat of a clown or police officer type figure. And all of them are different from each other in some way. And some I can agree, some I don't. This one I would say is a decent looking fire truck across all the fire trucks that LEGO has done in the past 10 years of City. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying it's different enough to be good. I wouldn't dock it immediately because it's a fire truck. I mean, LEGO's made school buses before Hidden Side, most of them in the Friends line, and they were significantly different from the school bus we got in Hidden Side. So, there you go. I think the fire truck looks decent. I feel like this is overkill. I mean, yes, it's supposed to be there because it's a JB vehicle. They basically dismiss the school bus in the story. Like, it gets trashed or demolished or something, and this would basically be the replacement for it in the story. I get that. But this is beefy. I feel like this could have been one of those as a canon or something like that. Two of them? I don't know. It could be fun for people. It's just not exactly my thing. I think there are some good building techniques here with those fender pieces. I do like that. I like the rounding around these corners. This pops open. Probably has a color feature for the app. This rotates. Probably has some color features up here. There's probably a place I would expect a place up here to seat a minifigure. I would expect at least 2 people can fit in here at something this beefy. At 8 studs wide, and they have the skinny truck doors, they better have room for 2 figures side by side. That I would expect. Glow in the dark would be cool, but I would have liked to see a transparent one for something new. That's fair. I just kind of like, even if it's not for the octopus itself, but just glow in the dark elements in Hidden Side is a shoo-in. It's an easy gimmick. They have so many glowing things already, or glowing looking things, that a glow in the dark thing would be great. I don't know what the technology is behind making something glow in the dark. All I know is that it's changed over time, and I don't know if there's regulation based on that, if it's a safety issue. I have no idea. But they don't do glow in the dark like they used to. So, good assortment of figures. Again, for a $70 set, meh, it's okay. But you are getting almost basically the same variants of JB, Parker, and Jack as in other sets, even as far back as the first wave of Hidden Side from 2019. There may be some differences in their faces, their facial expressions. That's about as far as I can see. All the printing on them seems standard, already done. I love this figure. Just Too Good didn't point it out in his video, but I saw it a lot in the comments, and I saw it a lot in various other social media that were talking about this before I did this video. This is TV. This is TV from Alpha Team. So if I can back out for a sec. Let me just find a quick image of it. So Alpha Team was one of the earlier agent-like themes from LEGO. And they had this robot figure called TV. It's one of the few times where LEGO has actually used minifigure pants on a brick, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it was the first time, but there we go. Blow up image, rendered image, but still gets a better idea. It's just this walking computer. It's like its own Android. And sometime later, they made it as like a submarine, and then they had it in this version where you see it as like an Android. So seeing that first one here is pretty darn cool. I identified that immediately, especially because of the antenna. Because like an old school TV antenna kind of idea there. Supernatural race car, I haven't actually seen. I mean, Just a Good did mention it in the video, but he couldn't find a credible source on it, so I don't know what it looks like. All I know is that it's $30, breaking in between the 20 and 40 range. I don't know if there is anything between the 40 and 70, and there's supposed to be a castle at 100. But again, I haven't seen images of the castle either. Let's see. Yeah, it is a great reference. I always like the technique of being able to put minifig legs on a brick. I actually know of another one I could talk about sometime later. That was from a Brickmaster polybag. I actually looked this up last night because I was going through polybags and whatever. All of yesterday. Is Hidden Side connected to Alpha Team now? Man, this is begging for Brick Theory. This is begging so hard for Brick Theory to come back, and I know I'm actually surprised that people were interested in it in the first place. We're sad to see it in a hiatus for a long time, and still beckon for it to come back. And it's not that I don't want to bring it back. I've just been preoccupied, and I would easily overwhelm myself. That's the problem that I have. There are plenty. Coming up with something for Brick Theory is not hard. It's trying to do proper research and make it thorough and make the videos better than what I normally do. That's the difficult part. I'm still subbed to the channel. Yeah, I think I took everything from the channel, though. I haven't closed down any of the social media, really, that I can think of beyond that. But all the Brick Theory videos have been moved over here to Maniac for Bricks. They will have their own playlist fit in already. And I would love to continue more with it on here. It's just, I don't know when. And the other thing that scares me is time. The more time that passes, the more Lego sets come out, the more I have to investigate. And I'm one guy. I tried to do this before as a collaborative thing so that more people can be involved with it, more people can help with it and contributing to it. And I only got at best 2, maybe 3 people. And not for long. Not for a lot of it. I appreciate their help, but they also had a lot of things that they were doing on their own, too. So I knew that not everyone was going to be active on it. Oh, microphone stand fell over. That was weird. I feel like I'm disappointing you guys every step of the way. Whether it's Maniac for Bricks, Brick Theories, whatever I'm doing, I'm sorry. So moving on with this. This seems, again, like a decent set, maybe a bit overpriced. This Slender Ghost thing is an interesting build, but I feel like it could have used some more. And this definitely does have that idea that I was talking about before, where it's like, oh, you have a lot of these supernatural imagery on the box art for Hidden Side sets, and they're almost never made in Lego. They're never an actual physical thing in the set. This one is, and that's cool. And I like how it has a minifigure head look with the 2x2 round pieces. That's cool and all. The problem is, what do you do with this thing? It just stands there. It doesn't have a lot of posability to it. So Just a Good's comparing it to the school bus, how it was more unique, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if this part can open, but it leads me to believe that you can, because something's in here. I can see something through the middle. And there's something on the bumper. That's cool. This is max. This is huge. Maybe a little more than necessary. I'm not sure. Got another flap on the other side that can be opened. That's cool. But look at this thing. It's so. It's like. It's like the Vine Mech, quote unquote Vine Mech from Poison Ivy in one of the Batman sets from last year. Good in concept, but really minimal in how it can move. Like, it's very slim. It's very top heavy. What are you gonna do with this thing? It's just gonna be a standee. I see your point. Quality takes work. I did enjoy those videos. Slender Ghost's head is the coolest part, in my opinion. I like the way they made it look like in a large minifigure headpiece. Yeah, and that one kind of gives, again, this glowing vibe to it, even though it's a light aqua color. It looks like maybe that giant cannon slides out. Maybe that's possible. Also, why is the video not moving? Come on. Trying to get to the rest of this. I imagine this thing, it looks like it opens from the top to fit the figures inside. Doesn't really have like a back compartment. It's fine. Yeah, you have a little bit of moving the arms back and forth, but it doesn't fire anything. It does. These legs do not move. Despite being on hinges, they are built in place for it to stand. And I just don't think that it feels like an afterthought. It feels like this wasn't developed enough the way that this is. And for $70 as a whole, kind of hard to justify for that. I would go into it if there was a gift with purchase or something, like I did with some of the other Hidden Side sets that I thought it could have been a little lower in price. But yeah, that's basically what I have for this. Carl's Vic Bricks, welcome to the stream. So on the whole, as far as these three Hidden Side sets, great ideas, great concepts, odd pricing, odd development here and there between things. I just feel like it could be better. I don't know if Just Too Good did this style of video with other stuff lately. I've already talked about some of the talk about the Monkey Kid stuff on a community post. And essentially, I feel like it's just too much with the amount of Oriental stuff that we get. And I'm not dissing the style of it. I love the style. It's just that we get so much of it in a short amount of time from every angle. We get it from Monkey Kid, we get it from Ninjago, we get a little bit of Minions, we get a little bit of Chinese New Year stuff between last year and this year. I don't know if it's like, hey, we're opening up a new market and we're appealing to it, much more with this stuff. I have no idea. But as a consumer, no matter where I live in the world, it's a bit tiring. Okay, so we did have ones based on the other stuff. So I guess let's try to go through those. I have not really looked at these too much. I've seen a little bit of Jurassic World, a little bit of Batman, a little bit of Avengers, but I haven't really seen much about them as a whole, for the whole spin around. Like I said, I see most of this stuff through Instagram because people forward it to me, and they're really small images. As I said before, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? It would be really cool if the fire truck could drop the cannon and have it as a stationary, manually controlled weapon if the truck breaks down. I like that idea too. And that could offer, more play space inside of the truck if you wanted to have other figures in there or put some other equipment in there. It's kind of like what they did with the school bus, where you could have the back of it open up, slide it out as the lab itself to play with. So yeah, that would be great if they could do the same thing on this. So okay, we already got the video muted. It's still going to be super slow, unfortunately. And I don't know what site apparently this is coming from. Get out of here. Oh, cool. It's even blurrier. Yeah, it's 1080. Okay. So this is a helicarrier. I didn't expect it to be on the same caliber as the, you know, the big helicarrier that we got several years back. And when it comes to superhero stuff and, a lot of Lego sets in general, kind of expected that they're going to shrink it down a bit in size. Even Star Wars. Those aren't to scale with minifigures, essentially. I don't know the price of this set, but that's a lot of figures. And a lot of figures for this set, which is decent. I think that's a good offering. I don't know much about MODOK, but compared to the original version that they released with him, it looked better. This looks clunky. You can't really make any shape out of it. I don't know if he's a shapeshifter. I don't know. It's $120. Wow. Okay. I could see this being around 100. Yeah. But I don't know about 120. Maybe it's because of the angle of the ship that's misleading of how big it is from here. The only reason the latest set reveals have been moving videos and not images is because everything was revealed through Rakuten or whatever it's called. It technically wasn't an official Lego reveal. And nothing has been taken down yet, surprisingly. So, okay, that does make sense. Thank you for letting me know about that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is pretty long. This is a pretty beefy boy. Again, it almost feels a little bit off compared to the minifigs, maybe just because of the scale of the model. But I guess it's all right. It's got some Technic frame in here, I guess, for either a prison cell. I guess it's to hold MODOK in there as a prison. That's my best guess. It doesn't look like a lot of moving parts. It looks like a very straightforward build. This part being upside down, though. Maybe does this part come off? It looks like a jet to me. Looks like something that would like fly on its own. That might be cool. It doesn't really appeal that much to me, though, personally. If you can tell already. MODOK looked better in his original variant, but I don't think Lego had that mold still around and didn't have the budget to make it again from scratch. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, if they made something similar to that, like it's I feel like it's a catch-22. It'd be good if they made something similar to that so you can tell the figure, but if they made it too similar, then you couldn't really see like what makes that special. Why would I collect that one? But you're also not getting the set for just that figure. They're little tiny purple arms. Is that really? Oh my god, those are tiny purple arms. Those are like the same arms that they use for some of the demon figures in, I don't know what they're really called, but the demon figures in Nexo Knights, or the Jeremy figure from the Beatles Submarine, or the Brickster figures from Nexo Knights as well. Oh, that is cool. Or the basically new Lego mascot on their website with the brick with the eyes and the feet. I'd like to build that someday if I have the pieces for it. I don't have the arms for it. He has some Flickfire stuff on the side, or stud launcher stuff on the side. That's what I mean. That's Captain Marvel. It's okay. I assume the set as a whole isn't really based on any of the movies. Like, it kind of looks like it does with these figures here and here. I have no idea if MODOK's in any movie. I have no idea if... I don't even know who this guy is. Is it Yellow Jacket? Is that what it's supposed to be? Even the last wave, the wave that came out early 2020, I don't know if it's just filler stuff where it's like, oh, we don't have any Marvel movies right now, but we got the property of the figures, characters, might as well make something with them. Outside of the MCU. I have no idea. This part in the middle intrigues me. I think it's a light. But it's interesting that it looks red here. Wait! That's a projectile. Look at it from the side here. this part, it's like the Technic spring launcher, but a new one. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. In fact, I didn't even know if they were going to return those. The reason they haven't been taken down is because if it's revealed through a retailer, it's free game for news. If it was a leak through a non-official LEGO source like Instagram, then it would be removed. Thank you. I literally know next to nothing about LEGO news reporting because I've been out of the game so long. So it's good to know. I appreciate you filling me in. Yeah, that part alone is the most exciting thing I've seen about the entire set. That there's a new spring launcher, Technic competition blaster kind of thing going on there. Oh, this video was just about the one set. I wonder who did so many spins around. All right. I'll go to the other Avengers set first while we're on the subject. Now we know where the MODOK mold budget went. They wanted a spring launcher. That kind of makes sense, though, that they would feed it more into a play feature or a gimmick. This is a junior set, not the big one, but a cute one. Okay, yeah, I can see that. What's going on with this? This is one giant piece. Now we know where the parts budget went in this set. What is going on here? This giant, it looks like a 6x8, but I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. No, that might be 6x8. Round plate, oval kind of thing. Tiled. I have no idea why. I have no idea why they would need something like that. Or we couldn't have used 6x6 tile and do the same thing. But there it is. That little Avengers Tower is freaking 60. What? Oh, yeah, now I see why. $60. Oh, it's from Mario. Okay. I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that in the Mario sets. Okay, then. That's a bit sad. So, this is $60? Oh my gosh, no. I mean, even if you take that piece out of there, whether or not you have new pieces in here, that's no. Just no. What are you doing? This looks like a new piece, or it's a handful of pieces. I can't tell from this angle. No way. I could see this, even in junior form, 30. 40 would be stretching it, but maybe 30. I don't know. It honestly does put a spin on me for this because I know junior sets are overpriced because they have a lot more specific molds. They have everything printed. But this doesn't feel like it's worth it. Not at all. Juniors is supposed to be the accessible line in between Duplo and system. Something that could be like, hey, you're familiar with building Duplo, and you're working your way into system. This is the go-between. This has a couple more pieces to add, a little more detail. You still got some big standardized stuff, and then you get this, you know, and then you can move on to something bigger. 60, no. These have been made for a while, and I don't know if they're really expensive. I don't know if, let me see from the side. Yeah, they've been made for a while. These quarter round windows. This is one big piece. This has already been used before. It's just in a new color. This was from The Incredibles, which I'm glad to see that it's used more times. It was used in one of the airport sets, I remember. It was a Junior's airport set. You've got to be kidding me. I'm looking at this literally all the way around. For all the things offered with it, the play features. I can't fathom that. I'm trying to see this thing around, and it still looks like one big piece to me from where I'm seeing it. Juniors 4 Plus is always overpriced, usually because they have to introduce new large pieces for easy building. I assume that green thing Loki is sitting on is one piece, not to mention the big fig. That is true. But we've had sets before with a big fig, just one of them, and I don't think it compromised the set itself or jacked the price. In a junior style, I don't know. That might be different. 60 is highway robbery. Wow. Okay, then. I don't know what more I can say about this one that hasn't already been said. I think there are some good colors to it. I think it does look decent for a junior version of the Avengers Tower. It's bright. It doesn't have to be as realistic or movie accurate as the other stuff. I think you are right because I see a little more on this side here about that being one big mold. The set will probably go on sale, so don't worry. I plan to get it for $20 when it flops hard. I didn't have like big interest in this thing at the start, but yeah, it'll probably shut itself down. I'm thinking 30. Pong Arrow, welcome to the stream. All right, so I literally have nothing else to say here. It's going to be more zooms in, zooms out from Just Too Good. It's fine. So now we move on to Batman. And this has more than one set in the video, so it's actually worth watching as a video. Okay, you can stop now. And I don't know why I didn't bring it up to 1080p at the start, like I already had it. Mainly wanted because of the figs. I don't own the Hulk, a classic Captain Marvel, or Thor yet. I also like Loki and Iron Man. That's fair. There are good figures in that set, and there is something to gain from it. For me personally, I already own a Hulk, and it's not going to make that much a difference with this one. I think I own... I'm not really interested in getting a Captain Marvel, at least for now, even though it's appeared several times. I have more than enough Iron Man. I have like one or two Thors, and that's good enough for me. I mean, again, this is me personally speaking. But as a budget set compared to the Helicarrier, quote-unquote budget set, as an alternative to, as an alternative to the Helicarrier set in getting these figures, and some of them not available in the Helicarrier, if you just missed out on it, it's a good opportunity. That's a good thing about a bunch of these evergreen licenses, is that you will always have a point of getting the character again, even if it's not the same exact variant, but it's not 9 times out of 10, it's not a one-time thing. It's not, Captain Marvel. I'm surprised that she's appeared several times in different sets, even a Polybag. Even Nick Fury has been lesser available, but is still around. All right, come on, computer, work with me. I can't stall forever. All right, bring it to 720. But at least bring it. Okay, I don't know the price or name of this one. I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. I don't have the sound on, so I'm not... I don't hear Justin's narration. I have the video muted. This is beefy, but it could be a good kind of beefy. This is, yeah, interesting. I assume this back part opens up or folds out or something. There's probably more inside of there. Is it a lab or is it a vehicle? That's what I'm curious about. Of which one of what they're going with. I own the Captain Marvel Polybag with the SCCC Blues color scheme, so I don't necessarily need her. I might end up buying the Avengers compound from the Endgame wave instead. Whammy, welcome to the stream. Are you watching YouTube on YouTube? Yeah. Well, I'm watching YouTube on YouTube because I do not have these these files myself. It's just easier for me to show the visuals to you guys. And I'm still crediting the source. Fake set. I don't know what you mean there. I don't know. I don't actually own that Captain Marvel poly bag. I haven't gone out to a Walmart to find it, and it's totally fine. I get if people want to get another variant of something, or like one looks better than the other. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna get another. I don't know if he comes back to this. Looks like it attaches, which is fine for standard fare. First run around with this because I think he like shows him first and then comes back to it. Let me see. That's a junior set. Okay. Can you? This is the thing I really, really don't like about these. I mean, even if some people break it down, like Just Too Good. They actually pause the video points. They pause the spinning around, because trying to get all the information from just the spinning is dizzying for me. And maybe again, it's because I just woke up like an hour ago. Well, I started the video with Hidden Side, and I said in the title "and more." Basically going through the other stuff. So check for the first part of the video where I talk about the Hidden Side sets. All right, so for this, I don't know much to take from the truck. It looks decent. It's a new concept. I don't know what the interior is like, and it doesn't seem like they show it on the video itself at any point. So I can't really make that much thoughts on this. I don't know this character, but it's not a DC villain I've seen over and over again, so maybe that's good. Another Nightwing, that's not bad, but doesn't really do much for me compared to the last one. Doesn't look that different from this angle. Batman, he's Batman. He's okay. I think this is supposed to be... I don't know if this is supposed to be Batwoman or Batgirl. Kind of makes me think it's Batgirl, but I'm not sure. But it's different enough, and it could be interesting. Mr. Freeze is basically the same as he was in the last variant, in the last appearance. So he just has a smaller freeze ray, which is fine if you didn't get that set or have interest in it. But I didn't get that set either. But I don't know. It's not like a point towards this, I guess. I guess that's Man-Bat? I don't know why he's white. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, I don't know either. Whammy. And there's a piece in the front. I don't know what that's supposed to be for. Is there a stud launcher or something? I don't know why that's sitting out there. It's not a disc piece. That much I know. See, this is what I'm talking about. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? It's like Lego news outlets will take what they can get, and some more than others. This is definitely the more. It's like I can't fairly. I mean, I'm not a Lego. I'm not a Lego. I'm barely a Lego reviewer. I'm not a Lego news source. And again, I'm not listening to the audio, so I have no idea what the thing is there. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next set. This one seems decent. This looks like... Oh, come on. This one seems like it would be 30, 40. I could see this being actually probably around 40. That Batgirl is a joke. They made a perfectly good cowl piece for her in like 2015. Yo, to your point, they might not have that mold anymore. I'd say they probably could have went with the Batgirl from the Lego Batman movie. If they still had the mold, they could have easily used that one, even having the hair piece on the back of it. Or Yeah, they did have a good one in 2015. I remember that one because I have it. It's honestly the best I've seen of Batgirl outside of the Lego Batman movie version, just for standard DC stuff. Uh, so this seems decent. If you're talking conflict in a box, this is a good balance. This has a good mix in between things of, you know, this is a decent build, this is a decent build compared to each other, formidable. They even got a motorcycle for Robin. That's good. I don't know if Harley can fit in here or if she just sits in this back area with the studs. I guess that could work. This is, I think, the like it's three wheels. It's like a Polaris or something. Got the studs for the stud launcher up here. Okay. Um, Highlight of Harley being a different variant. Joker's pretty much the same variant as he was in the Batmobile from last year, but that's fine. It's a good looking variant. Even the Mr. Freeze one, it was good looking, even though it was, again, pretty much the same thing used again. Um, Batman movie Batgirl cowl would work as well, just the mask print looks dumb. Yeah, it is a bit weird like that. Um, that's a smaller version. That's like the Damian Drake or Damian Wayne version of Robin, which we got last year with the Mister Freeze set, and then Batman is Batman. He's got a wrench. I want to see Batman fight with a wrench, and I like that there's a little more color added in here. I think that's mostly because of Birds of Prey for Harley Quinn having the pink and blue in there. Not much I could have seen for everything else because again, he just went right on to everything. But yeah, both vehicles look decent. I don't know what the price was, but it's fine. So this is a junior set. It's got the Penguin. It's got another duck boat. I like the duck boat. I like the first time Lego did it with a smaller set from DC. I thought that was really good, and the Penguin fit with that because it looked like it was from Batman Returns. Like he had even the right outfit for it. It looked good. Or getting closer to the right outfit, I should say. The best one is definitely from the Lego Batman movie, the Batcave set. It had the Penguin with the proper, more authentic, more referencing Batman Returns version of the Penguin all the way around. And the boat was also pretty decent. It was bigger, it was beefier. Now we're getting smaller, and it does the job. Again, some of this is like the problem with some of these things are if you've been a long time fan, you kind of look down on the other stuff because it's simpler. It's a shrunk down version. It's not original, whatever. But you also have to understand that some of this is for the benefit of people who missed out on it before, or kids who have missed out on it before. Making it more economic in some cases. It's not going to be appealing for everyone. All right, see you later, AWM. I'll get back to you about the basketball thing. As for the Bat Boat, it's another large mold. I don't know if it's a new one or if this was already used, but this could easily be a $20 set. I wouldn't be surprised by that because it's juniors, because of, like I said, large molds, special printed stuff. I do like the face here for the duck for some reason. I don't know, something about those eyes is just funny to me. It covers enough. Oh, it's a new version of the Penguin. Okay, that's good. And I don't know what's happening here with Batman's cape. If that's supposed to be a flat, like solid piece, I have no idea. That's weird. That's interesting. But it's different enough as a junior set that it works. All right, so now we move over to Jurassic World, ESC that, and then showing each of them independently. I'm just waiting for that to happen. This set I saw already. Come on. It's not even that long of a video. Why is it? Like I said, guys, if you're looking for quality, you might want to hop out now. This has been happening for I can't even change the thing. I think this is supposed to be a $20 set, from what I've heard. It's either 20 or 30, I forget which. Which I think 20 for the dinosaur set. They make so many new ones in different, stages of them and different colors of them that I'm like, I don't know what to think. I don't know why all the sick emojis, but okay. At some point, the computer will continue. I do like there's another Doctor Wu. I've missed out on him before. I'm not a huge Jurassic World fan for the sets, or at least for the movies and media. I've only watched Jurassic Park and Jurassic World as movies. The sets are okay, and for something continuing the dinosaur theme, I'll take it. Just having another way of getting Lego dinosaurs. Yeah, now it's gonna really zoom fast because it's trying to catch up with the video. Yeah, I know. As long as you're watching your hands and staying indoors, you should be fine. Only going out when you need to. Hey, computer. No. Stop that. Making me press the wrong buttons. Well, AWM Lego Films felt left at the right time before everything went kerplunk. Yes, welcome from Sweden. All right, so I guess we'll just do this from without full screen, even though I would have liked full screen. And now I can change the quality setting. Make it 720. Maybe that'll run better, like it did in the last one. Because you really don't want to see everything else on the screen. Probably. Probably not. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, can we play the video? Yeah, I know. You're probably going to get more out of this just by going to Just Too Good. Like in general. If I restart the page. Be sure to unlike, comment negatively, and unsubscribe. These are the jokes. Okay, there we go. So now I'll do this, and then that, and then the other one, and then we'll actually talk about this stuff. So this set actually has a lot of little areas to it. I like how there's things that can move, or just different areas you can put stuff. I'm not sure what's going on underneath here, what that's supposed to be, if anything. But it looks decent enough for a lab. And this is something that I could see being bought, not by me, but by some people in multiples, just to build up a bigger lab area and then just reverse the build of it. So you could have this part over here and this part over here or something. Or just separate these two things and have this as a longer line of computers. This being a bigger desk area, things like that. I did the hidden side sets in the early part of the video, so you can just zoom all the way back in the live stream and find that. So yeah, I thought that one was an okay set. This one, it's chunky. Very chunky. Oh, come on. Give me like no time on this stuff. Does he break it down? Does he actually go back to this? Okay. So this is a pretty chunky thing. It looks like it opens up from the back here, or maybe like the whole back part comes off. That's cool. That could probably fit at least this guy, I hope. Another new dinosaur. Another new dinosaur mold from what I can tell there. Got a net launcher. Okay. And it looks like it lifts up or out. So that's better than trying to like press it just from here. They got these remote control drones on the sides. So you could detach those and fly them around. That's fine. A little more to do there. It looks like it only has room for one figure, though. That's the thing that kind of disappoints me. Something this beefy maybe could fit two in here. But just from what I'm looking at, that doesn't seem like enough space for two figures. And I don't know the price on this one, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. It's okay, but it's nothing astounding like this one was. Let's let this one spin around. We'll get back to the other stuff, because I already talked about this one at length. So this one is interesting. It's got a gyrosphere. It's got another Indominus Rex. Hey, Wesley. Hey, Maniac, glad you're well, and your Lego room is going along well. Thank you. I'm still tired as all possible. Sweden, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know what's 2021. Eurovisionen? I don't know what that means. So you got a decent amount of figures for all these sets so far, and a decent amount of dinos for each of them, I think. This set is okay. I actually do like the way this building is made. I don't know the exact purpose of the gyrosphere like curving around that way. I feel like it should curve out, but they probably just want to make this more compact. I don't know. The building itself seems fine though. And probably has a little play feature to launch this. Do like the railing on the side there, just to help with that. Oh, there it is. that probably launches it. The trees are also a pretty nice build too. I like the studs being on the side for the trunk. That's actually a good idea. And this just being a sign, I guess. I don't know if this is supposed to knock it over or something. Seems like a decent set for what it's going for. Yeah, okay, it does knock over because you have these things on the side that like pop out of the way. Let's see that over here too. Okay. Yeah, it's a decent looking set. I definitely like the building. That's the highlight for me here. Not much I can say for the figures or anything for the variants. This one I think is from the first Jurassic World. One of the kids or something. This might be from there too. It might both be. I think they were both the brothers or something. It's okay. It seems like they kind of, I don't know, trying to make it based off the first movie. Maybe it's different. Again, I'm not informed enough. I'm not in the theme that much. This is a junior set. Tell right off the bat. And this frustrates me. Because this figure, wait for it to come around. This figure right here, I got one of the Jurassic World sets with that being a highlight, with that figure being a highlight. I thought he would only be in that set. And it was a $60 set, and it was a decent build, and I liked everything else. Like, I like the trailer, I like the other stuff with it. I've built it before on live stream and talked about it extensively there. But I did really want to get that figure for the face so it looks more like me, and can't believe it's in a smaller set. I mean, what I got was a good value. I don't know if this one's going to be a good value either. This, again, if they put a junior set less than $20, I'd be impressed in general, whether or not it's Jurassic World. But I would imagine this being $20 because of the new dinosaur. That's a new color for him. You got a new figure for Owen. Yeah, more junior builds. You know, more special pieces to it. Whatever the case may be. Eurovision Lego. I'm not sure. I'm not following you. And I don't know what the A's and O's mean. I like the dinos in this set. Yeah, I thought the dinos were decent in the last one. You got a baby dino there. That's cool. And you got this part that lifts up. You get some treasure. So there's some good playability in this one. There's a lot of things you can move. Like this, without this tree build, could have been a set on its own. But I like they added more little things into it. Even this could have been taken out, but it's a little bit more you can play with. That's not bad. And of course, printed parts. It looks like enough room in there to fit 2 figures. So that seems like everything up to this point that I know of, unless just you could upload in a new video in the time it took me to make this. I have no idea. Wouldn't be surprised. I'm trying to think if Brother from Another Brick had anything else. I wonder if orange is a new color for that plate. It might be. I think it might be right. Welcome Undershadow to the stream, by the way. Come on. I want it scroll. Wow, this is a lot more crowded than I remembered it for this banner. I know I've looked at it before, and I don't remember it being that full of figures. There we go. So I made an appearance. I made a cameo. I think I talked about Creator and City before. I think I talked about Ninjago. I talked about them mostly on a community post on the main channel on Maniac Rubrics. Just gonna check on Brother from Another Brick if he had anything else that was not included here. Come on. Oh yeah, there's a dot set in the new summer wave. Images came out about a dot set. I've only picked up to this point the gift with purchase polybag and one of the bracelets. So, and one of the mystery packs. I would like to get more of those tiles at some point, just for the variants of tiles, and maybe multiples of them, so I can add them into mocks. I've tried the bracelets. I haven't done a video about it, but I've tried the bracelet on me, and even at its furthest length or diameter, whatever you want to call it, it's too small for my hand, for my wrist. So I don't know if I can get two of them and make them really short and just wrap that around, or I just not. I mean, I know it's not made for adults; it's made for kids, but it's something I thought would have been at least meeting adults halfway, because that wouldn't have been much more for me personally. That would be like another notch, and it would be fine to fit on me. But this seems like a new pack of more tiles, more variances to them, so that's fine. Yes, I do like the yes tile and the question mark and the exclamation point. Those are definitely good. I like those the most. This one actually looks cool too. It's a cool design. I see a penguin. Immediately my eyes went to that. I see a llama. It looks like a monkey. Each of these have like animal associated with it. And probably some other details associated with it. Apparently the one I bought was like a bird pack. I didn't even realize that until after opening it. I was just like, ooh, a teal bracelet. And that's basically how I chose it among the other ones. But I do like that there are more colors for these. That does look pretty good. Black and white frame looks dope. Yeah, I agree. Deppy, welcome to the stream. I'm groggy and tired, and news be news. This is a cool tile. I like the color palette look there. So this is, I guess it comes with actual jewelry, actual metal stuff. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, I don't remember the last time they did that. I don't think they did that in the first wave of dot sets. And the bigger dot sets, like the pineapple thing, I like those. Again, haven't picked them up yet, but eventually probably will get one of them. This I kind of like as a lock for the box. Nice and simple. Yeah, Hidden Side, I talked about it in the early part of the video. And now I'm talking about the other themes and other images that were released. Let me get the box for my cousin. That's a good idea. Have it specially decorated. A lot of light aqua. I definitely like that. And the ghoulish yellow, looks like. That's why I refer to it, because it was used a lot in the Hidden Side and in Jago Possession and things like that. I don't know what this thing is, if it's just a ring or if it's like a ring keychain kind of thing. The frames are nice. This is a gift with purchase, basically, because they literally built the same thing as a gift with purchase, but they covered the top of it. And sure, the other ones are fairly simple builds, just like it. Other good parts, other good colors in here. That's honestly what I see for a lot of this is, for me personally, Dots is a good parts pack. It has a lot of good colors and a lot of variety of pieces, a lot of 1x1s, to add more flair for what you're building. I have no idea the price point on these. This is a video from Brother from Another Brick, so you can check that out if you want more information. All the other videos I mentioned in this live stream were from Just Too Good. Again, probably has more info than I do. Yeah, she looks pretty sad. And like what? Like what are you being sad for? You're in skis. I'm not talking about Monkey Kid because I already did a community post about that. There's not much I can really say for the stats right now. I already said a little bit before, even in this video, about it. So rewind. There you go. Yeah, so that's literally all I got. That's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your thoughts from everyone before and from everyone still here. There's other live streams going on now. There's plenty around that you can watch. So if you need something, it's around. Uber Flieger. That's pretty good. And I'll talk to you guys later.